Friends and viewers, this is Bharati channel. Many people spend all day being sarcastic online, mocking India as the graveyard for foreign companies, mocking us for being cheats. Well, what about now? Slap in the face. A huge, resounding slap. Does it hurt? Are you numb yet? Look at this news. Dow 38 billion. You read that right? 38 billion. Apple. That arrogant Apple. The legacy of Steve Jobs. What Cook considers pocket change. And India has got them by the throat. Firmly in our grip. You trolls only know how to focus on our fighter jet crash in Dubai. Still mocking our LCA as a flying iron coffin. I think your eyes must be growing on the soles of your feet. You only see dust, not the stars and ocean. A fighter jet crash is an accident, bad luck, but victory in the commercial battlefield. That's real hard power. This is the victory of Indian law. This is the iron fist of justice. Why find them? Because we must enforce justice on behalf of heaven. What gives Apple the right? The right to make money on Indian soil while charging that damn 30% Apple tax. What kind of concept is this? This is banditry. This is digital age colonialism. Our Indian developers work hard writing code, staying up late, going bold, making apps. And when they finally make money, Apple swoops in to take 30%. How is this any different from robbery? Tinder's parent company Match Group, plus so many of our local startups, are all being suffocated by this greedy Leviathan. You trolls, do you even know what abuse of market dominance means? If you don't understand, then shut up. In India, while Android holds over 90% market share in the high-end device sector in app distribution, Apple is the sole king. It's a monopoly. It's bullying. Our Competition Commission of India, CCI, has eyes wide open. After investigating for so long, from 2022 until now, the evidence is rock solid. This isn't false accusation. This is the trial of justice. Dow 38 billion. This is called killing the chicken to scare the monkeys. What? Your whispering below the fine is too much. Saying this is a pig butchering scam. Bullshit. What's a pig butchering scam? This is precision striking international financial crocodilers. This is defending the dignity of emerging markets. How were fines before? Before we could only fine based on India's media revenue. What would that mean for Apple? A drop in the ocean. A mosquito bite, a few $1 million in fines. Cook wouldn't even furrow his brow. He'd just turn around and earn it back from our consumers. But now it's different. In 2024, our competition law amendment took effect. This is our imperial sword. Since your monopoly behavior is global, since your business model is integrated worldwide, then of course the fine must be calculated on global revenue, 10% of global revenue. This isn't just about money. This is telling all multinational giants worldwide, come to India, obey Indian rules. Want to come suck blood from our market of over 1 billion people. Fine, but don't expect to escape unscared. Since your roots are global, your pain must be global too. Otherwise, how can we deter this elephant? Laws, we have the Constitution. They have lawyers. What are we afraid of? Heard Apple's legal department wrote 500 pages claiming we're unconstitutional, unfair. And they'll sue us in Delhi High Court. Hilarious. This is called guilty conscience. This is called dying struggles. Who do they think they are? The tech godfather, the business Bible. Before the law, everyone is equal. Oh, no, before the law, capitalists and ordinary people must be even more equal. Apple's metaphor is absolutely ridiculous. Saying if a toy in the store violates rules, you can't find the stationery money. What kind of reverse application of Band-Aid logic is this? Let me tell you, Apple in India is both selling phones and software. It's an entire ecosystem. It uses hardware to monopolize the entrance, uses software to monopolize the wallet. This is one whole general store. Since the violation is your entire store's operating rules, who should we fine if not your entire store's revenue? And I heard Apple opposes us retrospectively punishing past violations. I disagree even more. Justice has long arms. Before you didn't understand the law, that's the past. Now the law is revised. We discover your past crimes. Of course, we must settle accounts afterward. This is called confess and be lenient, resist and be strict. Want to exploit legal loopholes? Not a chance. Made in India is not to be bullied. Some people are still gloating, saying now Apple will run away, India's economy will collapse. Let me tell you, too narrow-minded. How much production capacity does Apple have in India now? how much export value it can't leave us. Foxconn, Tata, so many factories are built, millions of Indian workers, rice bowls are in hand. Does it dare run? Can it run? Even if it's really stubborn and leaves, we're not afraid. Tata Group has already taken over iPhone assembly. Our local manufacturing is rising. Before we didn't have Apple, didn't we still live? Now with this lesson, when Google, Amazon, Meta come later, who dares not pay taxes properly? Who dares to act arrogant on Indian soil? This Dar 38 billion, the fine isn't money. It's arrogance. This Dar 38 billion collected isn't payment, it's dignity. Finally, words for all spiritual Americans, stop being Apple's Voldemort online. Open your eyes and see the world. The whole world is anti-monopoly. EU fined them, Russia fined them. Now it's our great India's turn. This is the tide of the times. The clarion call of developing nations awakening. If Apple is smart, quickly pay up. Then honestly lower their commission. Respect our developers, respect our laws. If they dare to fight hard, then let them see India isn't just the fastest growing market, but also the most strictly enforced battlefield. Next, who else wants to challenge India's legal bottom line? Step forward. Let me see who dares. This is Bharati Channel. My friends, see you next time.